Just be of more importance for West Ham and Graham Potter.
I think both teams really and truly would love a cup run for the fan bases. It's for the fans, they would love it. But realistically, Premier League survival is probably what's going to be their biggest priority.
Tonight, a turning of attention to the Carabao Cup. A chance to inject some optimism and Wolves bench.
Number 31, Sam Johnston.
As for Graham Potter, 4 alterations from the side that were Premier League opposition, conceding on average 3 goals a game. Serve Wolves really well at the base of their midfield. It was a surprising selection. Another to come into the midfield, but they've got some defending to do here. James Ward.
When you're both on a little bit of a downer.
Start to this game could be very important. The favourite there, and he uses his body well, but Bowen not giving this one up. Over on the other side, but here's Ward-Prowse, who looks to cross, seeking Paquetá, who can't quite get there, and in his attempts to do so. Free kick flighted forwards. Wolves are going to have themselves just push behind Walker-Peters. Wolves to try and fly forwards. Arias looks to push it into the penalty area and feels that he should have had a free kick. Todibo steps in, now Walker-Peters. Big night for him as well. Free kick given away by...
That pass, it's got to be a lot quicker. That's a good ball.
Really good turn by... Qatar finds himself under Bueno to look to step forward. Guido Rodriguez gets his head to it. Can he prevent the corner? He just... And here's Juve, who does have a really good delivery on him. Not front-footed defender, loves to step forward. He's continued his run here. Free kick whipped in and the header down. It comes off Juve, the ball bouncing around. Juve in the way he was for Jared Bowen. Offside flag, though, has been raised and seemed a rather straightforward decision. Loose from Paquetá. Ward-Prowse, though, comes in with... Areola.
Enough. Pacey passes.
Hugo Bueno pushes it forwards. Wolves players spoke about the importance of having a cup run yesterday. To Juve on the far side. Souček makes his move into the middle. In comes across.
Went to the space there, but again, look, you can see Souček just stretching with that.
Mosquera looks to clear things up, but it breaks.
Yes, that you really have got to be so spot on. It from Juve, he hit it on the half volley, he took it really early, great shape. It was all set up by the first pass. It was a great ball from Paquetá.
Stop, but West Ham looking to keep the pressure on here. Paquetá turns away from him, who's trying to bring it under control. He's got Thomas Souček there. Can he get a strike away? Clawed out by Johnston. First real go at goal from possession back. Right, a couple of challenges. Here's Bellegarde. This game, Souček twisting, turning, and just finding himself after that defeat against Chelsea. They need to be more difficult to beat. Here's Jared Bowen fired towards goal. Wolves
chances look a little bit more, shall we say, settled in this formation.
Just being played at a higher gear in the last few minutes is Bowen. Arias. These are the kind of situations where he can do damage. Good in one-on-one situations. He looks to strike. Areola able to take it in clean to Thomas Souček. Now he's got the chance to advance here. Paquetá looks to... Perhaps not the best of balls in field, but the relegation zone. And of course they had that run of 6 successive Premier League wins as well through March and April, which was their... And this looks encouraging for Wolves. The cross comes in and into the side.
Make it count. Oh no, look, back again.
To Andre, one on which Jared Bowen was hoping to pounce. Arias down for a moment there for Wolves, but very quickly springing to his feet when he saw the ball was in the vicinity, bouncing around inside the West Ham boxes. Wolves look to keep this alive. Bowen thought about it. Aged gets his head to it. It's in the ascendancy. Arias does really well to find Bellegarde. Challenge from Guido Rodriguez, and the referee Sam Barrett points to the spot. He took up his steps now. Hwang hits the post, and the follow-up finds its way in. Well, Wolves get themselves in front. Sharp instincts by Rodrigo Gomez to follow up from that penalty, which crashed back up. There have been a fair few of them that have hindered West Ham's start to the season. Cross comes in, wonderful header from Paquetá, but he couldn't quite. Two teams who really needed to go straight to a penalty shootout with that prize of a place to Bowen. No one in the middle right now for West Ham. He looks to go long and looks to release Dufir, who's on the charge. Far away for them right now. Currently rock bottom of the Premier League. Scored this season as well after failing to find the net against both Manchester. Up and several players surrounding the referee. The game goes on. Souček rises and West Ham are level. Yet again, Thomas Souček in the right place at the right time. Perfect start to the second half for Graham Potter's side. Just the response. His own penalty area for Lopez, though. Manages to help it on Arias. Through the crowd inside the penalty area. Touched off here. Bellegarde urged to shoot. He takes up the invitation. Doubt. But now they look to try and take a lead for a second time. And it's Lopez once again. No way past Thomas Souček, who's first to the ball, and he's caught heavily as he gets it away. Lopez clips in across, it's helped towards the back post. Neatly worked, and Wolves are on their way once again. The cross, though, beyond the Wolves players arriving in the box. The better here on the far side of Guido Rodriguez filling in. A bit more of pace and tempo.
Although they've conceded the goal, Wolves, they played better the second half than they did the whole of the foot.
Rodriguez, and this one which Areola comes a long way out of his penalty area to deal with. Lopez, Hugo Bueno looking to get the better of Walker Peters. Checks back onto his right foot. Two sets of supporters that want to see their team have a cup run this season. To Andre once again, now Mosquera. Wolves with plenty to come on. Just to go back to Lopez. He actually studied. Cross comes in. Now Arias. Plenty of track. Bowen looks to send in the cross. Paquetá's there! And West Ham, for the first time this evening, have the lead. It was a devilish ball by Jarrod Bowen. And Lucas Paquetá taking the gamble, getting himself into the box. And he scored. Diouf into the game a little more. He looks the player perhaps that can come up with a moment. Now Bellegarde. Todibo comes across again. Did he give away a free? Those replaced. As to the Wolves goal scorer, Rodrigo Gomez. It will be Hwang who's going to take it on here. Low drive just fizzes across the surface.
Whereas
Ward-Prowse battling away with Andre, who's still going here, and James is happy to advance when he sees a gap ahead of him, Max Kilman, and he's done just that, riding 3 challenges before he's
these areas now.
To the right areas to inflict damage upon West Ham. And a bit of a mix.
Really got to hit the floor running these subs.
Could be a really interesting battle.
Get it back.
Doherty is going to send a ball into the box. He just to Andre once again. Ball looking to be difficult to play through as that one gets away from Strand Larsen. Wolves with plenty of players forward. In comes the cross towards the Andre, one touch, and he fires his shot towards goal. The follow-up put in, and Wolves have got a deserved equaliser. And it's Jørgen Strand Larsen who has it. Chachoa sends in the cross, and Wolves are ahead. And it's Jørgen Strand Larsen once again. What an impact he's made on.